Welcome to the Kinkazoid Podcast, where you get some education on your form of stimulation. With your hosts, Royal, Chase, and Trey Proper. Buckle your seatbelts because it's going to be a wild ride. Let's get kinky.
Welcome. Greetings and salutations. It's your boy Trey Proper, and we're bringing you another episode of Kinkazoid. I'm ready for this one. All right. Ladies, if you will, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Royal. No tagline necessary. Just recognize she's a queen.
What's going on? It's your girl Chase and C. Hayes. No matter how you say it, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth.
All right. How you ladies feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty
good. Pretty good.
I'm glad to hear. You know, it's the end of the weekend, so it's always a little bit of a drag before the Mondays set in. But hopefully we can lift you guys' spirits a little bit before you go back into work or whatever you're doing during your week time. And let's get right into it. Chase, you had something special lined up for us.
So as you guys know, we did a R&B battle, okay? R&B versus battle, all right? Mm-hmm. And we actually have the final three. So thank you guys, first of all, thank you guys so much for voting. Thank you so much for being so interactive with the page. I know that I was being a personal pest in y'all DMs, sending you the messages telling you to vote, but you guys enjoyed it. I got some messages saying it was really hard to choose what songs to pick with against, especially when the bracket card kind of started getting a little low. You guys are having a little hard time, all right? But I appreciate it, and I love you guys so much for it, so thank you so much for being part of the Kinkazoid community. So the top three winners, okay, was Can You Stand the Rain by New Edition, Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell, and surprisingly to me, Miss Independent by Neo. I think maybe.
I guess you got it wrong.
Like me pairing
That's
not even the same song.
It's not the same song?
No. It's not the same song.
Oh, my bad. I'm all off. My bad.
And that's the song that you chose to play with. So that's hilarious. But thank you guys once again. So if me, Royal, and Trey, and even Hubducer, we each chose 10 songs to battle against. So it was 20 against 20, and it's down to the 3. But now you get to find out live who is the best, or who has the best R&B song to us in our quality time, which we'll be talking about later. All right, so Royal, between Can You Stand the Rain, Can We Talk, and Miss Independent, who's the winner? What do you choose?
Okay, so those are really hard choices, and like this is like the third or fourth time you have stumped me this weekend, but I'm gonna have to give it to Can You Stand the Rain? I mean, it's the old school. It's the hit. Everybody recognizes that song. It makes like as soon as the first note hits, it hits you right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So no, Can You Stand the Rain is definitely my top one.
Okay. All right, and Trey.
Can we talk?
Okay.
He just had to sing it. He had to sing it.
Well, all right. So since I kind of am the dividing vote because Miss Independent is nowhere top the charts going to be Can You Stand the Rain and Can We Talk. That's why I'm very surprised it won, especially against Anne-Marie. But there's that.
We got that song beaten to our head. Go ahead.
Yeah. But I'm going to have to go with Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell. I'm sorry.
I feel so betrayed.
He's on my side this week.
I can literally listen to that song over and over and over again and never get tired of it. It's at every barbecue, every single cookout, weddings. It's a very versatile song. It's really nice. I love it. You know, although
I'm so hurt.
Can You Stand the Rain does have the signature na-na-na-hoo that everybody sings. Like everybody has a signature of that. I get it. Yep. I understand it, but Tevin Campbell, that one song, it's just it's gonna go for generations and generations and generations. It's been doing it for 20 something years at this point, so it's gonna keep doing it. It's gonna keep doing it. So we have a winner. So yes, Tevin Campbell, if you ever see this, you're our favorite.
I don't like it, but we have a winner, so I guess.
Yes. But once again, thank you guys so much for voting. I will probably have a new bracket going up sometime soon, maybe like not love songs, but heartbreak songs are really good.
Oh God, no, let's not do that.
I got a list.
I
got a list already of heartbreak songs. So maybe we'll do heartbreak songs next. So if you guys want to leave a couple of your R&B songs that didn't even make the list, the ones that you wish that won, in the comments. But once again, thank you guys so much for voting and participating. Appreciate it.
Yes.
And checking out the comments on Facebook, looks like Graham Dixon and the Boyz II Men version "Smack Like a Pimp" named Slickback. And Brittany Payne, "Can You Stand the Rain" makes me think about the movie The Best Man Holiday, which famously made me cry like a little baby.
Oh my lord!
Yeah.
I was in the theater
yes, boo-hooing.
I was in the theater boo-hooing like full on cry. I was on a date.
And I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know why Hub Deucer thought that was a good idea to take me on a date to see that particular movie. Like,
well,
I
it worked
cried.
for him because you guys ended up married.
All right.
It was even worse for me because I was in Georgia for my Nana's funeral during that time, and we just decided to go to the movies. It was just not a good decision to do that. I was in the theater with my brother, and one girl was walking out. Like, she had to leave the theater because she was bawling, and he's like, "Look at her," and I'm like, "I know, right? That's crazy. Like, why you like, you can't be a punk in front of your brother, like, you know what I'm saying?" So.
Nice.
Okay, well, that was very fun. I look forward to doing another one of these brackets with you, Chase. But let's get into some of our Kinkazoid originals. We've got our Kink of the Week. As always, here we like to give you just desserts before we fill you up and edify you. So this week it was actually not selected by me. I didn't have a toy, but we do have a situational. Well, you can use a toy in it. But I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm a little embarrassed by this. But the emergency nut. So I guess apparently there are times when people are at work or they're indisposed doing something else, and they get the urge. They get the urge to merge, so to speak, and they want to get it in. So have you? Okay. I believe you both have some items that urge to merge. I got different words every week. It's going to be something different. But I don't want to just keep saying screwing or whatever. But anyway, ladies. Have you ever had a situation where you had the urge to merge while you were indisposed?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have Chase?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you guys do in those situations? Me personally, and I'll answer the question as well. Me personally, no, I've never done it. Basically, while I was at work. For me, it's a little bit different. I'm a guy. Yeah, we could go into a stall, but that's just disgusting to me. But as you explained it to me, Chase, in our previous meetings, there are different items that women can use, particularly to relieve those situations. If you could explain that for us.
So we'll be leaving all toys in the Kinky Link, of course, like we always do. First is the bullet. I believe the bullet is pretty much every woman's first toy that you get. It's small, doesn't make that much noise. Yeah, especially from Spencer's. It's small, doesn't make that much noise. It's like, usually one click button activated. You only probably get 1 to 2 different modes. The new ones now, they got like modes built into them, which I'm very surprised because they used to just be 1, 2, and that's it. You get faster and faster. That's it. But yeah, so sometimes you can use that, or you can use the actual egg bullet that has like the wireless remote control attached to it. And sometimes ladies, you know what I'm talking about when you have to use the bathroom and you got to go really bad and you kind of squeeze your thighs together and you just kind of shifting everywhere. the self pleasure of
Just
the
the
undercover
friction.
self pleasure, the friction, the undercover self pleasure also is a thing to be
Okay.
done. Yeah.
Learning something new today. So wait. Well, Miss Royal, if you will, go ahead, because I have questions. I have so many questions, but go ahead.
I mean, honestly,
Please.
it's pretty much the same. So, like, I have, as I explained in our Discord, because this is where we initially had the conversation in our Discord, and you
Hmm.
guys should join our Discord. Make sure you follow us there so that way you can stay in on the conversation. Some points in the show, we will drop the link and make sure you guys go sign up. But the initial conversation, back to that, I told Chase that I had never really had an emergency situation where I had an emergency toy like readily available, but I have stopped at the sex shop like mid road trip to alleviate the problem. So I think my go-to was just like a little rabbit. Like it doesn't have to be one of those
Hmm.
big ones, but you know, just the one that is small enough, it has a strong enough vibration, get the job
And it
done
just
quick,
does
fast.
it does the job. Like I think I
Exactly.
only had the toy because of that said situation. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was at work and I was like, "Yo, I'm about to go out of my brain cells if something
Mhm.
doesn't get released."
Released.
So
Hmm.
Facts.
certainly, as soon as 5 o'clock hit, I was straight to the like. I could have went straight home, but I was closer to that store than going home, and I
So
also could just have a really good time driving home.
I was on the
Okay.
way home from North Carolina. So yeah, somewhere between North Carolina and
So
Virginia, I had a problem.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
time out. Wait. Y'all was operating motor vehicles
yes,
while
Yes.
taking care of
yes,
business. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
yes,
I applaud you. I
yes.
applaud you. I
This is
just I never
yeah.
get tinted windows, so I can't imagine me driving down the street handling business. Like no, like for I'm assuming for most guys it's the same thing. It's Angela and Palmelina, and that's what we use. And
Yeah.
a little
They
palm
make
olive if you
toys for
have to.
y'all.
I mean,
You
but yeah,
They-
have
who's
the
really who honestly, what dude you see is gonna break out the fleshlight and be like, hey,
Well, just like in the Discord, I know that someone said like, what toys would a guy have on, ready to go? And like a good couple episodes ago when we talked about like, pleasurable solo toys for men, I brought up the egg, like the tender egg, and it definitely is something that you could carry around. It comes in a crate, like a carton of eggs, and you can have different textures and stuff inside. So if
just put
for
it in your
whatever
pocket.
reason you could go in your console in your car real quick, go to the bathroom, fwacka fwacka fwacka, okay,
Not
and then
fucking fuckers.
you can empty inside the egg and then just throw it
Throw it
away. Ball it up
away.
in a little tissue and throw it away inside the bathroom stall. That's it. That's it.
I'm
Y'all act like everybody and their mama is in the stall in y'all bathroom. Okay, not everybody is a
nah.
stall.
But see, the thing about it
So
is with the stall, it's
It's
the
that's
whole sanitary
nasty.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
I
nasty.
understand.
So
I
yeah.
understand, but I'm saying like if you just some people do have tint on their car, some people don't. But there have been sometimes you just got to go in the back seat real quick
see
and
now I'm judging everybody who's got tint in their car. Like, damn, you beating your meat
yeah.
in your car though. That's why you got the tint so dark. You got mirror tint, you
I
got
mean,
limo tint, homie.
you got to do what you got to do.
Listen, you
Like
got
it is what
exactly.
it
You gotta
So
is.
do what you gotta
the
do.
reason why I don't have a toy per se for this is because I've always been the type to make a phone call if it gets that bad. And you set up your date, you set up the night that you're about to have, and you take care of then. I've never been so hard up that it's like I gotta go right now. I can't fathom a situation where sitting my bare ass on the toilet because no dude is masturbating with just a dick through the zipper. Sitting my bare ass on the toilet and handling business in a bath. Do you know what dudes are nasty?
But
We are
that's what I'm
filthy
saying. You got to get
creatures.
in the back seat, windows up. Like you know what I'm saying.
Right.
That's just
Not,
pretty
not
much
in
how
my
you got to do
car.
it.
I mean, if I'm
I
getting in
mean,
my car, I need some ass. I
okay,
need
so you're
girl in
telling
there.
me. So if we're talking about okay, you don't have a toy or whatever. We have like we
Mhm.
have people. People exist. Body, heat. Activity.
Yeah,
You never
Emergency
had
dick in a glass.
an emergency lunch break.
yeah, but if I, that's I'm have a partner, then it's not
Yeah, that's
just
what I'm
me.
saying. I mean, regardless of the fact, emergency toy, emergency
I'm about to say
person.
the
Oh,
conversation is
emergency
emergency nut. It
now.
doesn't
Now,
necessarily have to
if
be
we're
a toy.
delving,
Yeah,
if we're delving into the area of a jump off, quote unquote, then yeah, I understand that. Somebody can make a call and they can come up on your lunch break and handle some business for you. Sure,
man,
and
I had some
even
good lunch breaks.
yeah,
I had
even
listen. I
back
had some
in
good lunch breaks. I had some good mornings. I mean, sometimes you gotta get
Woo!
in before the workday
eh,
start. That's all I'm gonna say.
Honey, that
the
Caesar
problem.
salad wrap with the honey bun at the end. Woo! Let me tell you, it's so crazy. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Just make a booty call. I just can't. And the egg thing, the egg just I try not. We try not to kink shame here. If you're into using the eggs, do what you got to do. I just can't imagine the egg. Like, no, just give me some baby oil. We good. Let's get it going.
Somebody,
Like, no,
somebody, somebody buy the egg for Trey Proper so he can
no,
experience it. For you can't
I
just
no.
say no off the rip. You gotta try it at least one time.
I think the egg was something good. It has different. You can get a 6-pack. It's cheap, $12.99. Okay, and you get 6 eggs. Okay, 6 eggs, all different textures. All right,
I'm just
Okay.
that's a
saying.
new poom every day.
Hey, it's
What
great for your
man can?
pleasure, sir.
I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
It's still
you are saving yourself from possible STIs or running
facts.
or breaking the walls off your girl. You just got
I'm
six
breaking
Why
the
different
wouldn't I
walls
want to
pooms.
off.
break the
You
walls
got
off?
6 different
Why wouldn't I
pooms
want
in one week. I'm saying we talked about this off air and we were talking about like the looseness or tightness of a woman's canal and stuff like
to?
that. And I had said when I had a boyfriend at one point in time, he was
No
like, "Oh,
eggs.
you cheating because like it feel different." I'm like, "I told you, you keep breaking the walls off me, you gonna be mad at yourself." And now look at you blaming me that I'm cheating. Don't be breaking the walls off if you don't want the walls to be loose. Is all I'm saying.
I'm
Fellas, if you
breaking
That's
the
got
all
to
I'm
break
saying.
the
walls
walls off,
off.
I advise you to go check out Blue Chew. So go handle your business. Show up, show out, and show her the door.
And then get
Um,
mad saying that this is different. You got this reupholstered? No, no, you just broke it off.
You're
You broke it
posting.
off real quick. Yeah,
we did talk about that off there, but
yes, we
yeah,
did.
that just like off like Hub Deucer said, hashtag no eggs over here. Just give
Uh,
me a fleshlight if it's that serious. I'm
Wow.
good. I'm totally good. Checking out
Y'all
the
don't just get
comments
the
yeah,
though.
go
damn
ahead.
egg.
Dang on
Uh,
that.
What you say? What if
checking
the
out the
eggs are
comments.
too small? Y'all stretch everything else out. Work with it.
If
Breaking the
you can't,
walls. Brittany Payne on Facebook. It's a talent that only some ladies possess to drive and tag the bean. All right.
mm-hmm.
Graham Dixon. The egg sounds extra. Yes. Brittany Payne. 5% all the way around my car. Damn it. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah. Chuck Clark. What do you do when you find out you're the emergency call? Answer the call and go handle business.
Yeah,
facts.
Easily said than done.
that's it.
What if the eggs are too small? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you, homie.
Reiterate same statement. Y'all used to
I
stretching everything
mean,
else out. Go on and work with it.
There
good
you
for
go.
you if it is. Good for you.
I
Look
just,
at you.
like,
Look
nah,
at you.
I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm gonna make a phone call. It's that
I
simple.
mean, it is what it is. All I'm saying is sometimes you need a little something. And also, ladies, if you want to send a nice little video, during your lunch break and you can multitask. I mean, there's nothing more than taking your phone and setting it up like you looking at GPS, but you're actually doing something and sending your person something real quick too.
Facts. I mean, yes, okay. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing the light of the side that you're on, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not privy
Go
to
into the
doing
light,
that.
Trey. Go into the
I'm just
light.
not like, nah. I shouldn't be doing this. Your ass should be here handling this. Like, no.
What you mean you shouldn't
No,
be doing?
sir, we gotta work. We can't be.
Hello.
I mean, I get that. I get that. And I understand that. I'm not being that guy. I'm just saying that I'd rather have some ass as opposed to handling it myself, which is why I don't like masturbating. I don't like masturbation.
I'd
But
rather
that's me.
have
But that's me.
I mean, I
That
know.
is my personal
I'd,
preference.
Boy,
I'd
let me
rather
tell
have
you
some
what.
dick
That is
too,
all
but
about self
sometimes,
care.
yeah, I'd rather
Yes.
have some dick too. But sometimes it just be happening. It just be
It
happening.
just be
That's it.
happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But speaking of personal preferences, that was
Speaking
your
of, speaking
segue.
of
There
personal
you go.
preferences. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're
Toss
welcome.
up.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, not the A1.
so right, the and one. So this week, I don't know if you guys are following Blurs and Whiskey, but you should be. If you're not, that is one of our lovely trade proppers podcasts.
For
And
sure,
For
holla at me.
here he go. See, you just had. Anyway, so if you are not following Blurs and Whiskey, I just want to give you guys just a little excerpt of something that I saw this past week, and it really triggered the fuck out of me. So basically, there was a post in the Blurs and Whiskey fan page that said that single men over 30 basically only had 3 choices. Either you had to remain single for the rest of your life, you had to be a stepfather, or you were dealing with fat girls. Now, usually, I stay away from posts like that because that stupid shit triggers me, and I don't feel like arguing with nobody's son. So I was going to go ahead and scroll by, but there was one comment that bothered me, and it said,
Set you the fuck off.
"It set me the fuck off."
Go ahead.
Let me reel it back in.
Go ahead.
So
Oh, let it
basically,
out. I want to see this.
shut up. Basically, what the guy said was that, he called himself fatphobic because being fatphobic, fat people generally indicate a gross lack of self-control, gross lack of ambition, and a gross lack of motivation, yada, 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 yada. And this is why I wanted to talk about preferences, because you can have a preference to not date plus size people. That's all well and good. However, when it comes to plus size women or men, black women, Latina women, white women, if you don't like us, keep our names the fuck out of your mouth. Point blank. Period. You do not have to down talk another group of people just because you don't happen to like that person. I mean, boo, is it really like that? If you're really obsessed with us, just say that. That's all you got to say. You know what I'm saying? It triggered me because I was just like, nobody knows anything about anybody's motivation level. You don't know anything about anybody's health. You don't know anything about anybody's mental health. You know absolutely nothing for you to make a generalization about a large group of people based on the small number of people that you may actually know in that demographic. So that's why I wanted to pose the question to you guys: when does a preference become a phobia?
Definitely when you send hate towards any other party that you don't like. This is the thing. You guys know I like my big man. I like my fat little teddy bears. But I don't sit here and be like, well, I do. But I wouldn't hate them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like, skinny men. They just don't do anything for me personally. And that has to do with me as a person, not so much as like looking at them, being around them. Like when I hug them, I feel like I'm going to squish them, right? I feel like I can't be romantic with them. I just don't find an attraction with them. But that's just off of me. That has nothing to do with, oh, the way they look disgusts me and the way they are. Like, that's when it turns into a phobia, you know? If it has to do with something personal to you and this is just how your body is, this is what you find attractive, then that's perfectly fine. But you don't sit there and just spew your distaste towards a certain group of people just because you don't like it. Like, it's okay to say, oh, I'd rather date, you know, these type of people than this type of people. Okay, that's what attracts you. That's how your brain works. We can't get mad about how your mental state is. We can't get mad about what you find attractive. Everybody is born into this world finding whatever they find attractive. But if you are finding something attractive and you can't say you find this thing attractive without putting down something else, that turns into a phobia. No longer is it like phobic. I'm sorry, whatever the case may be. Is no longer is it a preference. You know, it's just like, unfortunately, it's just a day of like asking men, like, why do you only date this particular race? Well, this race always. We didn't ask you that. We didn't ask you that question. We asked, why does this do it for you? If you ask me, why do I like big men? They strong, they comfortable, they look sexy, you know, say I like they broad shoulders and stuff. But then if you ask me and I'm like, because skinny men don't know how to eat, skinny men always looking at their figure, skinny men always doing that. You see how I'm not talking about what I actually like in it?
Right.
That's the problem. And I think that's when it starts turning into that. We need to stop that.
Yeah.
I think it all comes from a place of hurt when you're talking like that. Maybe, possibly, yes, Graham Dixon bigotry. Someone hurt you in the past and they make you feel this way. So, of course, you generalize that whole populace of people. Me personally, when it comes to the preference conversation, I'd, like Miss Royal said, keep my fucking mouth shut. It's nobody's business what I like, what I don't like. Now, if you ask me personally, I'll happily tell you what my preferences are. But until you see me walking down the street with my lady, you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know. You don't need to know. It's that simple. If everybody in this world mind their fucking business and focused on themselves and making themselves happy and not worried about, oh, well, you shouldn't do. Shut the fuck up. Mind your fucking business. Because my preference is my preference and they got nothing to do with you. So, homie that put that shit on the Facebook post, in Blurs and Whiskey, we kept it up because I wanted to make sure we get a chance to talk about it and everybody get a chance to see it. But now I'm about to block your ass. So you out. Fuck you.
But even if you're visually walking down the street, like you said, with a female, it doesn't. Me being with someone doesn't necessarily represent what I'm attracted to. It doesn't represent my preference, right? So you have those people who literally will say, "Oh, I don't care about size, shape, race, whatever. I go with anything." There's those people who do exist, and there's those people who are like, yeah, I go with anything, but then I also have my median. Okay. So if you say you go with anything, that means you go from the this of this and the whatever this is that. And if you're saying, oh, this is too extreme or that's too extreme, then maybe you don't go for everything. You have a median. Okay. Like, and it's okay to say you have a range of what you'll be with, what you're attracted to, whatever. And preference doesn't always go off of race, shape, size or any of that. It could be off of, I only like to date people who graduate from college. Sorry, don't know what to tell you. Like, if that's your preference, that's what you want to go for. But once again, if you start putting down other people just because they don't fit into that party that you like, that's a problem. And you honestly shouldn't be speaking on people who wouldn't give you a chance, no way, no how.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One more thing I wanted to add to this. It wasn't just the big women thing that he talked about. He also talked about single moms. Now, and I can speak exclusively about this one because I pretty much exclusively. I'm 36 years old. It's not a secret. It's not. I'm not trying to hide it. I got wisdom whiskers.
You look good, honey.
Thank you. Thank you. I know I do. Thank you.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I date single moms almost exclusively because that's what my age range is in. I mean, yes, I have the caveat that if I'm about 40 and I ain't met nobody by then, and I'm searching in younger ages within the realm of reality. But the women that are on my dating level that I am on a level with, they pretty much already have kids. That's something you deal with, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. And I'm also a single father, so I can't turn around and expect somebody else to not have kids after 30, and I have a whole kid. Like, we a package deal, shorty. So, homie, you all wrong. The person who created the post, you who shared it in that sacred space of blurreddom, you put that shit there. You're dead ass wrong. So no, fuck off.
That him and like you said, the guy that was
did you say? I was about to say that. I was about to say that. I was about to say that. I was like, he did not just the hashtag stepdad already.
Oh my God.
Like, he really?
So
did he
annoying.
really?
But also, that's what we had talked about this before we even brought this on air, obviously. And I had even mentioned saying, like, we're at I mean, I'm 29. Obviously, I'm the baby of the group. But it's like we're at an age where not a lot of people are around who don't have children already. Okay. So like right now I could say I don't want to date anybody with kids. That's a preference of mine. That's not disregarding anybody who has children. It's just, what if I wanted to start fresh with my own like, people have their own reasons of why they do things, and honestly, I beat kids. So I mean, like, I can't have somebody's child around me not acting right, and then you don't want me to touch him. Like, baby, get your child together, okay? And then I'll have to fight the baby mama. It's just a whole thing. And this is why we say I can't date nobody with kids, because you don't want to go through all that.
You don't want to deal with the drama of it.
You don't want to deal with the drama, but that also doesn't mean that you have to sit there and be like, oh, I'm over 30. I can only date people with kids. Blah, blah. There's a lot of women out there who do not have children. They made sure that they do not have any children. There's a lot of men who made sure that they didn't have any children, But that doesn't mean that you're automatically put into this group. Like, if you don't want to date nobody with kids, don't date nobody with kids, period.
Right.
Like,
if that's your preference,
it's not that
preference.
deep.
But you don't have to be toxic about it, and that's the main takeaway here, is that you can like who you like, you can be attracted to whoever you want to be attracted to. You don't want to date nobody with kids, don't date nobody with kids. The fact of the matter is that you don't have to be disrespectful to another group of women, men, whoever. You don't have to make disparaging remarks about anybody else. You can date who you want to date, and that's it. That's what preferences are about. You don't have to be fat phobic. You do not have to have an issue with, with women who have children. You don't have to have an issue with any other race or whatever. Date who you want to date. Just keep your fucking mouth shut.
Yes. Habducer is okay, first of all, hashtag hands are ready. Yes. Ready, my child. My hands are all, I am in auntie mode. I've been an aunt since I was 6 years old. I am in auntie mode all the time. So get your little brat running around. Sit your ass down. Relax. Okay.
Check it. Going back to the comments. We got to go back to the comments. Looks like last one. I'm sorry, I lost my place.
Graham is the first one. I don't know about the egg, but it sounds like just for ejaculation, which isn't mission. It's the lead up. That's the fun part. And then Chuck said that show is talking about Blurs and Whiskey. That show is trash. They eat homeless garbage chicken.
Wow.
You got to watch Sunday's episodes to know what the hell he's talking about. But if that show's trash, you show up every week, motherfucker. Anyway, Mama Proper, lunchtime can be effective.
Facts.
Yes, Mama. Yes. Come on now. Yes.
Hi,
hello.
Hey.
I like your fresh twist too. I didn't get a chance to say because I was blowing my hair out, but your flat twist, they look nice, Mom.
Yes.
Jamaica F on YouTube. First of all, there are a lot of issues that can cause weight gain, and the generalization shows how much of an idiot that person was. Yes. Graham Dixon. Well, we keep it PG over here, but Facebook, they be nasty. They being nasty. And then he said the bigger comment, and or out of ignorance is what Jamaica said. And Hubducer is crazy with the hashtags.
These hashtags are killing me tonight. Thanks, Brittany. And Jamaica said, a dude asked me why I didn't have any kids. Maybe because I paid attention to sex ed and I remember how condoms work. Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly. Nobody said nobody was trying to put a baby on me, but you ain't just gonna be leaving me with a child. Pure.
IUD is my best friend.
Did you say IUD?
IUD.
I said it right. I know what it
I was
is.
making sure. That's not what I heard, but okay.
I don't believe in IUDs, but you know everybody has their reason.
Don't believe
When you
in
find
IUDs.
one that matches, this is a great fit. Anyway.
It's not my thing. I've seen too many horror stories, and yeah, IUDs is something you definitely want to research, definitely want to look into. Make sure you're prepared to get one in because
Yeah, it also depends on the one that you get. There are two different types. A few different types actually, because they've come out with more. But yeah, I mean, we can have another conversation about birth control if that's what y'all want to do.
Oh yeah, definitely, because I don't like when birth control is just on the woman to take care of. So we're gonna get toxic later on at some point.
How's it? Okay, yeah,
See?
Yeah, we're gonna talk. We're definitely gonna talk about that. That's gonna be a whole conversation. So, last thing on preferences. What's the difference between a preference and a fetish? In you guys' opinion, and also if you have any comments you can drop them in the comment section. Let us know how you feel.
I guess
I think it's
No, I was just gonna say I was just gonna say a preference to me is something that like you like and you would want, but if it isn't something that comes with that person or that person isn't that, it's okay. A fetish is when that's the first thing you're looking for in that person, like the first thing.
It's like the complete opposite of what we were just talking about. So instead of making disparaging remarks about it and down talking it and everything, that is the part about that person that you play up, and that is specifically like Chase was saying, that's specifically what you're looking for in a person. And it's also like something that can be like over or hypersexualized about the person. Something that you're looking for specifically, like this is my turn on, this is what I want. I want her or him to be like this, to do this, blah blah blah.
Okay. That's pretty interesting. I think that I agree with you, ladies, that it is something that it can become toxic over time if that's your sole focus for that individual. You should be looking for segue moment, green flags. See what it did? See that? See what it did there? Yeah. You see? All right. Lob it up and you slam it in. There you go.
So we talk about red flags on this show all the time. Okay, and I'm pretty sure by now our audience knows how to recognize those. At least I would hope that they did. Hopefully, I mean about now. But we never get a chance to talk about green flags. So my question to you guys is, what are some green flags that you look for in relationships? Or do we want to go over really quickly what green flags are?
We'll go over them first. Let us know. Give us your definition, and we'll give you what we look for is specific green flags for ourselves.
Okay. So basically, green flags are behavioral traits that lead into a healthy or positive relationship. So, talking about somebody that's giving you affection, that takes interest in your interests, has friendship, like positive, long-lasting friendships, and shows support and is and positivity about the things that you're into, has a good sense of humor, that type of thing, willingness to share on all levels, financially, emotionally, everything, being vulnerable. Like, these are some examples. So what do you guys look for in a relationship that may be a green flag that says, I'm actually willing to give this person a try?
I'll go first. First things first for me, I'm a motor mouth. So, of course, I'm all about the communication. If I can't talk to you, if you can't hold a conversation with me, we can't banter back and forth about the silliest of things, that's automatically a red flag to me. But somebody who can actually hold a conversation with me, respond, and actually actively respond, not just respond to hear themselves talk, that gets me a quarter of the way there, because I'm going to spend a quarter of the time with you talking to you. So that's very important for me. Green flags also, there are showing your value to my life. And I'm not saying I'm not red pilling it right now, so don't start on me.
Acts of service.
Acts of service, yes. But yes, showing up and showing. Anyway, no. Stop it. I forgot all about that. Why would you do that?
Listen, man. Yeah.
So, because our audience is not privy to what happened before the show, of course.
Shout out to Mama Propa.
Mama Propa made a stop in on the show and started talking about services. But anyway, we're not going to go into the specifics. But yes, if you can add value to my life, if you are capable of calling me on my shit, telling me, hey, you got a meeting to get to in about 5 minutes. Say, reminding me, keeping me on the ball, keeping me on my toes. Stuff like that I value. I treasure that. That means a lot to me, and also bringing me topics for my shows. That's like it's added value. So things like that means a lot to me. So that would definitely be a green flag.
For me, it would definitely be communication, obviously. Like if you're a good communicator, if you know how to converse very well, that's something that I like because like Trey, I am a motor mouth. It's my job, therefore that's just what I do. Um, but I think a really big thing for me
Mom, get out the
is
comments.
it's all
Look, she made a good point. Okay,
what
that's her
mama said.
comment.
Preference is you have nice feet. Fetish is I want your toes. Oh, I
I
want to
want to
lick your
lick your
toes.
toes.
I
Yeah.
wanna lick you from your head to your toes. Anyway,
All
You're
right,
ruining that song for me.
sidetrack.
You're ruining that song for me. You're ruining the song, and you just ruined feet for me. Keep going.
oh, anyways, but I think
How do you tell your mom you have a foot fetish without telling her you have a foot fetish? Okay, keep it going.
so
Yeah, I'm all about it. A little
I
bit.
think toesies. Well, it's crazy. But I think a good green light for me is I don't like. Okay, as we all know, subcategory brat. Hello, it's me.
Mm,
So therefore, thank you. Yes, my name is Chase, and I am a brat. Um, so it's been a hard
Welcome,
time
Chase.
trying to come.
Welcome.
Thank you,
It's all right.
thank you. It's been so
Okay.
hard.
thank you
Like,
for finally admitting it.
oh, child.
Finally, we've been talking
Um,
about it like for the last 6 shows. Anyway, go
um,
ahead.
but I love when a person recognizes, understands my brattiness, but understands there's something behind the brattiness. So it's not me just not wanting to talk about certain things or doing the whole "what's wrong, nothing," blah blah blah. I'm just the type of person where I feel like sometimes I can make little things bigger than what they is. I'm not a drama queen, but I overthink my emotions. So when I have a person who doesn't take nothing for an answer, or dives deeper into the situation, asks questions, really tries to get to know like what is the initial issue, that is something that is really big for me and I like to see because that doesn't mean that anytime that you can tell when something's wrong. You can tell something's upset with I'm upset about something. As you guys both know, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. So if you kind of
Mhm.
skate by it or you just understand like, okay, you're in a mood, you don't want to talk right now, we're going to talk about this later. Any point in time that you care about my mental health or my emotions, that's like a really good green light. And I'm not talking about like, oh, how was your day? That's just light. Like, we're trying to get deeper in here. If we're going to go through life together, we have to understand each other. So
Right.
those are two major green lights to me. Also, if you know my spots without even knowing my spots or making me aware of spots I didn't even know I had. So, that's great.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
that is great. And you know what? I really like, Chase, that you said something about being a brat because that makes me. I have an audible for you guys. So, what is it that you need? Because we are all in the community. So, what is it that is a green flag for you, kink specific? Mr.
I'm
Proper, I don't
sorry. I
think
was
you've
looking at
answered
this
that
one more
question.
time. One more
You know
time.
what? You know what? You know
I'm sorry. I
what?
was looking at the comments. I do apologize.
I said, what is a green flag for you that is kink specific? Because we're all in the community. So, as our resident Dom, what is it that's a green flag for you that you look for in a
A
brat?
resident dom.
For me specifically, it would have to be willingness. Willingness to serve is a green flag for me, as well as being open minded, which should be a green flag for this type of that type of lifestyle. And I think it's pretty much just those two for
Okay.
me.
Okay.
I
What about you,
think
Chase?
for me personally, obviously being a sub, being a brat or whatever, I can get out of turn sometimes. So I don't want to say keeping me in check per se, but I will say kind
Make a
of
difference.
I want to say keeping me in check, but just double checking like type
Right.
stuff. Like if I say something, obviously not like who you talking to, like that's you're doing too much. Like that's too aggressive. Like relax. Like there's a way that you can do it. Like there's a way to dom without even being said dom. You feel what I'm saying? But kind of just reeling me back into reality. Like let's get it together. Let's hold on. Let's not freak out so much. Let's relax. Remember the person that you're speaking with. Let's bring the tone down. And
I'll
then
admit this much
let's
here.
repeat
You
this.
have brought me out of character one time only, and it was like
Are you sure it was
you're
one
playing
time? I
games.
feel
Not
like
the
it was more than one
hashtag Dom
time.
Tamer.
No.
Not the
Dom
Dom
Tamer.
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 Not
Dom
It's
the
not
Dom
even a
Tamer. I
Tamer.
love
Tamer.
it.
Oh
I love
my
it. I
gosh,
love
it's
it.
hilarious.
I
But
love
yeah,
it.
I
Hilarious.
definitely had to.
Oh
Put it on a
yeah, I
t-shirt.
have definitely brought Trey out of
Who the
character.
fuck?
Yeah.
I remember that
I
conversation.
Mm.
I remember
yeah.
that
That's not, I
conversation.
totally forgot who. I was like, yep, that's not mine. Let me stop.
Uh-huh.
Let me shut
Yeah.
up.
Nope.
Relax.
Nope.
Relax
Nope.
a
Had
bit.
to
Relax a little bit.
bring it
Relax.
back just a
But
I
little
caught it.
bit.
I caught it.
I will say, unfortunately, I have had this is like a little sidebar that someone told me. I haven't even told both of them exactly what happened. A person that we all know had told me that my rebellion to authority is going to be problematic for any relationship that I have, which I think is true but not true. And I told it to somebody else, and they were like, "I mean, you kind of don't take a back seat to nothing." And it's I don't. This is the thing. Listen, as a sub, obviously, I like you to lead. I like you to do what you need to do or whatever. But if I have questions, I've been like this since I was a child. If I got questions, you better help me understand what's going on in the situation. I need to understand what's going on. But I
You know that
can't.
I'm screaming behind my
I
eyes
can't
right now.
lead somebody. I can't be like, yes, I'll go wherever you go. Just tell me and I'll follow. No, I need to know the situation. I
Why
need
we
to know
going?
everything
What
I
time we
need.
gotta be there? What I gotta
But that's
wear?
the
I
thing.
have-
But
I
that's
have
that is
to. I
literally
have
the
to.
epitome of being. That's literally the epitome of being a brat. We're not going to just follow. It is
I have
because
to.
we're
You
not
have
just
a
going to
reason to follow.
follow.
We have to
We
give
have
you
to
a
have
reason
a
to follow.
reason to
Yes.
follow.
Yeah.
You can't
I
just
can't
be like,
just
all right,
do
do
it.
this, and I'm going to be like, oh, okay.
Not
No,
if I
I got
talk.
questions.
Yeah, no, I have to know. I have to. I've been like that with my mom. Like, Mom, why can't I go to junior prom? Because I said so.
That's
But is there a
not
particular reason? Like,
right.
I want to know, like, what's
Right,
going
right,
on.
right.
Okay, like that's just kind of just how I am.
No, and you know what? I completely understand that. And as a brat, I would say for me, my biggest green flag is somebody. I'm
What?
saying somebody, but y'all know I'm married. But just for
Mm-hmm.
conversation, somebody who recognizes when I need some discipline.
Is Producer talking smack back there? Because I thought I heard a chuckle. No.
Everybody know. No, no, but somebody who recognizes when I need some discipline. So somebody when if I am like Chase said, when I'm getting out of hand, like if I am like on brat mode constantly, I need you to recognize that you got to pull me back because I need it. And that's why I'm acting out the way that I am, because I need that attention. So somebody who recognizes that's the green flag for me.
Yeah.
One more I wanted to add. Did I say trust? Trust is extremely important. If you can
Oh,
show that
definitely.
I can trust you emphatically, implicitly, and completely, then that definitely opens the door. Because even as a soft dom myself, I still have to trust that you're not going to take what I'm doing to you the wrong way, and because when you're in that space, people can take that and spin it, and you're asking to end up in jail. So
Facts.
trust is definitely a big one. Just
It's
definitely a
really
big
scary
one.
for doms, you know what I mean? Because you guys are the ones that are, giving the discipline, and you're the ones who are,
Hmm.
coming up with the punishments and everything. And if somebody takes that the wrong way, like if somebody says that I'm a sub, but they're not really a sub, and maybe occasionally they just like being choked during sex or something like that.
Yeah.
If they can't take what you're doing, it's
A full
possible.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's possible for them to like press charges and stuff like that. So doms gotta protect themselves too.
This is
This is
why they
why
have
you agree to.
contracts.
There
Sign
you
it on the
go.
dotted line. Have a contract. I
Sign
think
this.
at one point in time, I think we need to have a conversation about trust, because I don't believe in the word trust per se. I think it's something that people hold over people's heads a
Red
lot.
flag.
No, I'm saying I'm the type of person I will never say like, oh, you lost my trust or you have to earn my trust. Like I feel like that is something that people hold over someone's head and
Hmm.
waiting for them to do something for you to just be like, "Psh, you lost my trust. What
You
did
know
I
what?
do to
I
even
can
get it? Like what do I like do you get what I'm saying? Like it's just one
I
of those
get
things
it.
where I feel like people just use it, they abuse trust.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I
Well,
think
that's why I said.
honestly,
Oh, go ahead.
oop, my bad.
No, go ahead.
no,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I can identify with that because I guess because of the relationship that I've been in the past, and I know we talked about my previous relationship before, but I am the type of person now where, I don't want to say that I don't trust. I do, but I'm the type of person that I won't put anything past anybody.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, so
Exactly.
it's like I understand now that people are human. You can't hold people to an extremely high standard
Yes.
because people fuck up. And
Yes.
so because of that, I've come to I've been set in the mindset where, okay, you know what, this person did this. It's up to me to decide on whether or not I
Hmm.
want to continue to deal with it.
And then what's sad is like I've said that to a person before where because that's my phrase. That's what I go by. I said I can't put anything past anyone. And I said this to a person in the past who was like, I was in a relationship and they thought I cheated. I was like, why would you think I cheated? Like, well, remember you said you can't put anything past anyone. I'm like, don't use my words against me, bruh. All right. I'm saying I can't that means anything is possible. Like I love my mama. My mama's saint. Okay. Right hand homie to Jesus and God himself. Okay. But if you mess with one of her cubs, murder is something that she probably will not take off her chopping block. I'm saying
Facts.
like, so
Facts.
that's what I'm saying.
Facts.
Like, we all know it's a sin, but you mess with her babies, you got to go.
My
It's
mama's every
over.
bit
Yes.
of
Like you
five
know,
Every
foot
mama
one, and
wants
you
her way.
going
but
out.
you yes, but you get what I'm saying. Like you can't put anybody is capable of doing anything.
Mhm.
So for me to then be like, you did this, I can't believe you. Obviously, I
Yeah.
can be like, oh, I didn't see that one coming, but be like, oh, I can't believe you would do this. I
Right.
mean, put everybody in the right time, at the right space, at the right frame. You liable to do anything. That's just what it
Facts.
is. That's what it
Very
is to me.
facts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
gonna read the you gonna read the comments really quick, or you want me to go through 'em?
You go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So, Graham said, I agree, Mama Proper. Chuck said, I need to be able to casually talk to you about silly ish and anime while I take a toy to your naughty bits. Wow.
Facts.
Well.
Okay.
Good
Alrighty then.
shit.
Jamaica said she ain't wrong either. Graham said, I wonder if Hubducer is going extra hand with the hashtags because we said something about them. Brittany, he's just doing it because he likes to. It's his playful time
It's
when
his
we're doing
it's
this
his way
show.
of
He's gonna stick his
interacting with
big toe
y'all.
in. That's all
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
that's it.
Brittany said communication, family connections is a big one. Yes, and coming from a big family. Graham said, why did that name change from Siobhan F to Josh Forbes?
Because
Chuck
it's
said,
another follower.
oh, okay. Chuck
Okay.
said she must have told Trey she loves cereal with marshmallows in it.
I was
Okay.
hoping you would skip over that one.
Wait,
Watch Bloods and Whiskey.
you
I
don't like
hate
you don't
marshmallows. I hate marshmallows.
like
I do not
marshmallows
like
in
marshmallows.
general?
In general, I only
Even on
time
top of
I
your candy yams?
Oh, I never do.
like
Oh, those are the
no,
worst. I can't do.
no, don't like. I
Oh
don't
my
like
gosh.
marshmallows. Like look at Blur. Go watch some more
I
episodes
hate
of
Lucky
Blurs.
Charms too, so there's that. Anyway,
Yeah.
Brittany said kink specific would be a dom who is willing to be patient with me when it comes to learning new things and really showing me it's not just about his needs but mine as well. Yes,
Yes,
Jamaica
facts.
laughed at Chuck's comment and said yes, Brittany, of facts. And Graham said red card. Oh yeah, because I don't believe in the word trust. But also, I would like to put out a green card personally for a green card, green flag
Green
personally for me.
flag.
Is when I don't have to question your religion status. That to me personally is something that I like. The person that I'm talking to now, I think on our first meetup, they were like, "Oh, let me just play some music." All right, cool. Jagged Edge, DFSN, all this other stuff. Next thing you know, he's like, "Can I wild out with you real quick?" I'm like, "We're in the Walmart parking lot. Do what you want to do." And then all I heard was, "Preach, preacher." I'm like, "Okay, Kirk is in the building. We are in here with Kirk, Fred Hammond. We are playing the jams." Yes. So I was just like, "Wow, this is it.
Oh,
This is it."
That's
you
Like,
had a
that's
moment.
that's all.
You had a
Yeah,
moment.
I had
That's
a
good.
moment
That's
because
all right.
any person that I was talking to, I always just assume everybody has the same religion based faith as just me. I never disagree. I never think of any opposite. So then when it does come up a conversation, 9 times out of 10, everybody's like, yeah, no, that's just not for me. And I'm like, well, thank you. Time has now been wasted, but whatever. So the fact that it can come out without even questioning or it's just being said or whatever is nice for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything on the green card discussion? Anything further?
I think we wrapped it up.
All right, all right. So,
Kind
it's
of.
time for us to get into the series that we've been doing for the last week or so. Last week we talked about, what was it, words of affirmation? I forgot that quickly.
Yes,
It
But
was
words
words
of
of
we
affirmation. Yes.
doing a series on the 5 love languages. And this week we're doing my top one, quality time. So, quality time is very important to me because if you're not around me, I'm an Aquarius. I'm going to lose interest. It is that simple. I'm just going to start finding other stuff to do, namely people. So, ladies, how do you guys
Wow.
feel about quality time? I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Like, look, you need to be present. When I
I
say bring that
understand.
ass here, I mean bring that ass here.
Bring that ass
So,
I
here,
understand that.
boy.
So quality time is important. I want to say quality time was probably like what my second on
mm,
the my top three. Um, I am a person that values her solitude, so I like alone time as well as quality time. Quality time is important, especially when you are, you know, dealing with, I'll say my partner's in house. So it's important
Mhm.
because you can lose track of that togetherness when you have
mm,
so many other things, so many different responsibilities that you need to take care of. You have kids, you have bills, you have jobs, you know what I'm saying? So you have so many things that are already pulling you apart that you
Mhm.
have to find time to actually come together. So quality time for
mm,
me is important. I'll say it does rank pretty high for me, but so does my alone time. So just to go back on that green flag conversation real quick, a green flag for me is somebody who recognizes that sometimes I need a minute. But yeah, quality time is a big thing.
I think for me, quality time was my third. I think it was like 20%, which I'm surprised, but not really because words of affirmation and touch is something I definitely need all the time. But quality time is something that I have to spend time with you or in any form. You know, that's like, you text me like, hey, you want to FaceTime tonight? Even though we're not together, like, at least you're trying to have some face-to-face connection. Or you desiring to see me.
mm,
Just being with you is something that's important to me. You telling me that you miss me, like, you want to be with me, you want to go do this, you want to do that. If I was to be able to live with somebody, I'm probably going to be that person that doesn't like to be in two separate rooms. That's just me being a homosexual right now. Until I live with somebody, it's probably gonna be different. Because I do like having my own space. I do like
mm,
having like my own like little tiny quiet time, whether that be me listening to music on my own, watching TV by myself. It doesn't really matter, but I'm the type of person where I can be alone with you. I'm an alone together person. So you could be doing what you're doing. I could be playing PlayStation, whatever the
Yeah,
case may be, as long as we're in the
same.
same environment around each other and we're preoccupied with two different things, but as long as we're like with each other, that's perfectly fine for me. You
Right,
know,
like you
it's
don't
just
have to be up underneath each other. You can just be
yeah,
together. Yeah.
it's your
I'll say
presence that does something for me. It's
it.
smelling your cologne close to me. It's just what it does for me.
I'll say this much: a lot of guys, and I think I can speak freely for a lot of men out there when I say most of the time that's what we want. We don't. It doesn't matter if you don't like the game or you don't like the anime or you don't like Marvel or whatever it is that we're into. You don't like football. Just fucking be there. Just
Hmm.
being there with it. Just us knowing that your presence is there. Maybe sometimes it could be across the room. Sometimes it could be in upstairs and you're reading your stories or whatever. We know you're there. And it's just the presence, the feeling that we want. We all just want that, in addition to the fact that we want to fuck. But, that's pretty much what most of us want from relationships and partnership. We want you to be there. We just want to know you're going to be there.
Yeah.
And if we gain enjoyment from not you feigning it, don't fake like you like something because if we know our woman, we're gonna be able to tell she ain't really into this. She don't
Hmm.
really like that. Like you show an effort to at least try it. If you don't like it,
Hmm.
then keep it moving. But if not, I mean, just be there. Patrice O'Neill said it once. We just want you around somewhere we know you there, but
Yeah.
we know you there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, Graham. That's what I was referencing to Alone Together. That is my song. I love it so much. If you guys, I was gonna put it in my top 10, but I know a lot of people don't know it, so I didn't want it to have a chance of losing out. But that is a really, really good song. It's a good quality time song too. Alone Together. If you don't know it, go listen to it. It's daily for featuring Marsha Ambrosa. But I was gonna say I actually stitched a video. I see a lot of videos like on TikTok where it's the guy saying like, I'm playing the game. I'm with the boys right now. I'm on the game. I'm on the sticks with the boys. Like it's always a woman complaining that he's playing his game too much. He's on the game too much. Whatever. Sis, he's home. He's home. Okay. I feel and I hate that this is a thing. Like he's home. Would you rather him be somewhere else or would you rather him be somewhere you can see him? This is all I'm saying. Because even if he's home, he can still be cheating on you via that phone. All right. I'm not saying just because he's home, he ain't talking to somebody else, but I'm saying he's home. Let him be home. If all he's doing is yelling at his boys because somebody didn't cover him or whatever like that on Black Ops, whatever, just let it be. Let it be. Now I understand, like after like 4 or 5 hours, like of course you kind of want to.
I was
You just
about
want
to
to
say.
you want
I
to
was
do the
about to
bother. You want to
say.
do the bother thing. Like you do want some attention, or you just want to bother him just to bother him. Like I understand that. But if he's home, he's home. So I stitched a video, and I was like, maybe because I'm just like a person who hasn't lived with someone yet, whatever. But the fact that majority of these videos where a girl has to get unclothed or show the yitties just for the man to stop
Hey,
playing the
hey.
game, it's
It's
like,
a good
do I
attention
have
grabber, okay?
it's
It
a
is
good attention grabber,
grabber.
but do I always have to use some type of sexual game to get your attention? Do I always have to do that? That's the problem.
Yeah,
If I
that
always
is
have to
problematic.
do some type of sexual gain for you to pay attention to me, that's an issue. And so that's why I said, if y'all don't like him beyond the game, y'all go out there, y'all get your own system, you get a game you like. So when he comes in to talk about, oh, why you ain't paying attention to me? Sir, I'm on Black Ops. My killing streak is going stupid and you are bothering me right now, okay? Like, do get your own thing together. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if the person is home, let them be home. You don't know what type of day they had. This is probably their decompression. Just let them do it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And
I
see, I
totally
don't,
agree.
I don't have a problem with decompression, and I guess this is my only argument about it, and this is probably because my third highest love language was acts of service, which we probably gonna have to do next week, like seriously.
Yep.
But I do not have a problem with you being on the game. It is only when you've been on the game long enough for it to be a full-time job. That is where my problem lies. Because like I said, my love language is acts of service. And so I'm like, okay, help me around the house. Help me with the kids. Help me do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that would be my argument. Because I'm like, okay, I haven't bothered you all day. I let you do your thing, but I need some assistance. That's
Exactly.
my argument.
Chuck said, the hilarious thing, Hubducer, is that he hates marshmallows, so I sent him a large bag of them. Wow, Chuck.
He really did.
Nice.
He really did.
You're really nice.
Is you a large bag of
Not
marshmallows for real?
Not
He's the
hashtag
second
help
person.
me.
Stop sending me fucking marshmallows.
Not
I hate
hashtag
them.
help me. Relax.
No, like
Hubducer.
seriously, it's a bag of just
You know
Lucky
what?
Charms marshmallows,
Just
and it's like
marshmallows.
that
Like
fucking
him.
big.
Well, campfire.
Hashtag help me
Graham,
for real.
Graham said, missed that show of the regular sorts. Yes, Alone Together. Brittany said, I definitely love all the snuggles, cuddles, and kisses, but there's always going to be a time every day when I need to decompress from the day, whether it's work or just a bad day. But then once I'm done, I need you close to me, please, and thank you. Yes. And honestly, a guy will appreciate the extra set of eyes when he's playing COD. Yes, he is. If she can see someone higher or see someone's coming up behind on your left top right corner, if your eyes cause the team to get a win, he's going to reward you for it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I love watching. I love watching streamers and everything any which way. So it's cool. Or get good. Or get good, all right. And then Chuck said 5 o'clock in the morning. Where could he been? Outside on the corner, but he's not. So get yourself
He was-
together.
You ain't
Singing
saying
a
it
song.
right. It's a whole song.
I skipped over it. I figured it. So that's why I just left it alone.
Audible question for you guys, for you ladies. Can you have quality time if you're a homosexual?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called
Like-
your own. It's called your
Yes,
own.
but if you both don't have your own place to stay,
Yeah,
hypothetically.
your home. That's it.
Yeah,
that's
that's pretty
literally
much
Okay, all right.
It kind of becomes that can I have company type of situation,
Thank you.
but
That's literally it.
but
Like there is no for me personally, I have to, like I said in the video, like I have to go to a hotel to have some form of quality time. This is why in the Discord, a lot of people are confused when I put in the Discord. I put a video that I stitched that people were cuddling and they were talking about trying to hunch or whatever like that. And my thing was like, how y'all breathing when you cuddling? Because my heart be like, it be going hard. And I don't know if it's because of excitement. Once again, I'm not used to laying up with somebody on a constant basis. So every time I'm with that person, it's just like I'm excited just to be around them. More importantly, for the hunching to begin. But it's just one of those things of like, I'm just excited, right? And also I'm just a big girl, so like doing any slight movement, I'm like, let me get back into a comfortable position so my breathing can get, back to a good breathing stance. But I think
But that's where you got to do what?
Communication.
There you go.
But once
Tell that
again,
motherfucker move his arm.
I think anyway, I think that when you are a homosexual and you don't have a chance to have your own place to invite the person over or anything, your quality time spent by yourself is where you are, unfortunately. And that's why it's so much more important to really make sure that person knows they want to be with you. They want to spend time with you. Like I said, FaceTimes are like the best thing that you could possibly do. That's your quality time. Like, I mean, had a friend before she moved down south to be with her boyfriend. She was getting her nails done. And I was talking to her, and then she randomly said something. I was like, what? She goes, oh, no, I'm talking to my boyfriend. And I'm like, well, has he been on the phone this whole time? Like, mind you, she's just getting her nails done. They're just on FaceTime, chilling while she's getting her nails done. Both not saying nothing, just on FaceTime just to be with each other. Sometimes that's your quality time. That's what you have to do. It's the same thing. If I'm on FaceTime not saying nothing, I'm going to be in the room not saying nothing to you. But as long as I have your presence and I know I can get your attention whenever, that's all that matters. So that's pretty much, it sucks. But ain't nobody like having to ask, can I have company over? That is the most embarrassing thing ever. I'm walking in the house thinking you about to be on some comfortable stuff and everybody's like, oh, well, yes.
Who's this person you've welcomed into my home?
Yeah, that's why nobody's
going to introduce everybody. So
exactly.
Yep.
That's why nobody's going to know nothing until like they get the wedding invitation like the week before. If you can't make it, great for me. I don't got to pay that much.
Yep, facts.
Yeah.
So as far as quality time is concerned in the homosexual space, well, not even that. Sorry, not the homosexual space. One thing, as I stated earlier, I pretty much exclusively date single moms. And one thing that is important to me is for the mom to have time with their children, of course. But there comes a point in time when, me personally, I can't speak for everyone, where I need my QT as well. So do you think it's wrong for a man to ask for a woman to give him his own allotted amount of time?
I don't think it's wrong. I think if you're going to cultivate a relationship, you have to have quality time together. So you can have time with your children, but there's a point in time where the children got to go to bed. You need to find a babysitter. Something need to happen because you need to have quality time with your partner as well. It is difficult to maintain a relationship or even have a good relationship if you are not spending a good amount of time together. Yeah. And, of course, kids are little cock blockers. They get in the way. It's going to happen. But you, as a parent, you're going to have to find a workaround. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you can't have...
I'm so happy Trey's 13. I just be like, go over there and play Xbox. I'm good.
Go over there and play Xbox. But no, that's what I'm saying. So it's just like you have to be creative as a parent. It's like, sometimes, hey, look, put on SpongeBob, okay? Coco Melon, Blue's Clues, whatever you got to do, do what you have to do to be able to spend some time with your significant other. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, and coming from a person who has not had their uterus occupied, it's different for me just because I don't have any coochie gremlins like running around.
Coochie gremlins. Jesus Christ, don't be talking about my kids.
I ain't say your kids.
Okay.
I ain't see no coochie gremlins running around here. Okay. I see somebody on TikTok say that and I died that she called her children coochie gremlins. In the next video she said the fruit of her looms and I was dying. But yeah, I don't have that problem, so I don't have anything to be like, oh, someone's gotta watch this, somebody's got that. But dealing with a person who does have a child, I always make sure that child comes first. I'm always like, are you seeing your child today? Are you spending time with your child? Like, what day is better for your child to be spending time with you, so that way I can see you on per opposite day? Like, I think that's what needs to be. And that's a very good green light, actually. If you have a child and you're talking
it everything except for green flags. I'm sorry.
Green light. It's the green light.
Green flag, green flag, green light.
Hey. Verde, okay?
Okay.
And it's any other. Well, whatever you want to, whatever makes a good green flag for you, especially having children, I think a person being invested, not in a creepy way, but being invested in your child's life is something good. Like, obviously, you don't need to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that you meet, you bring them to your child first. Obviously not.
No,
But
no,
I
no.
mean, like, if we're talking and you're like,
If
oh,
you met Lil
me,
Trey, you special. You
like, if,
special.
oh, me and my
Facts.
son went to the park today, and I'm just like, oh, cool. So what time did you want to blah blah blah? Whoa. Why are you skipping past the park that me and my son went to the park today? Okay,
Exactly,
like,
exactly.
like,
You
why are
better
you so
ask about my
good?
baby.
Yeah, did little man have fun? Oh, what did you
Man,
guys
fuck them
do?
damn kids. I don't care about
Was
them
he
motherfucking
was
kids.
he
What's
on
up
the
with you, yo?
swings? Did he play on the jungle gym? Like, ask the questions. Like, be somewhat invested in my child, so I know you understand that we are a package deal.
Package deal.
I'm always asking, how's this? Have you seen him? Have you been around? What's going on? What's happening? Because one thing for sure and two for certain, if you are the type of female to be with a person and that man has children, and you
And
know
he
that man
don't
has
take care
children
of them.
and he don't take care of them, you a bum biatch. You bum. You a bum. You're a bum. You are a bum. Like,
Straight
I
facts.
can't stand women like that. And then you're the same person who be like, "What's your baby mama want?" Da, 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 but then want to get pregnant by the man, and when he does the same thing to you, you surprised, shocked.
Mm.
So this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you're going to be dating somebody with kids, I mean, be respectful of the person having a child. Know that they are a package deal. And if you're talking to somebody and out of nowhere they go, "Oh yeah, I got a kid," delete their number.
Yes.
Like,
Ain't
like
no
if
oh
they if
yeah.
that
How you forget to tell me
like,
you got a child?
like or some like, "Oh, I'm about to take my son." You got a son? Why
Right.
why was it that the first thing that out your mouth when me and you talk? Like, what's going on there?
I don't understand how anybody can say that because it's not just there are predominantly more men that probably do that because they know that they're they're withholding the truth, so they're because they're trying to get some ass, point blank and simple. But I don't understand how you can do that. Like my son,
Negate
I
your
talk about my
child.
son all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like there's no way I'm gonna be like, no, I ain't got no kids. The hell? There's a whole grown ass man that looks like me. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna ignore
Man.
that. Be like, come on,
Like,
man.
how do you just ignore your kid? Like, that's the thing I just don't understand. Like, and once again, red flag, green flag. If I ask
Mhm.
about your kid, grand. If I never mention, never ask, never nothing, like, then that's something bad. Like,
Yeah.
don't talk to them. Don't try to make them want them or whatever. We have grown up in a society, unfortunately, that has women more so have been choosing men over their children, and we need to stop that. Like, stop it
Mhm.
now. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's toxic, very toxic behavior.
Real quick, let's check on the comments over here. Let's see. Sorry, Jamaica says yes, he did. Brittany Payne, men like cuddles and back scratches. Big facts.
Yes.
Jamaica F. As soon as you bring them over, first thing you hear is, "This your little friend?"
Friend, yep, for sure.
Let me tell you what.
Yes.
Darren was my little friend until we were married. You understand?
Oh shit. I mean, yeah, makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
for
your
the
little
real.
friend.
Brittany Payne. They like being the little spoon too. Yes, I'm a
Yeah,
proponent of the make me the little spoon. I don't care.
I
Damn it,
like being a big
tired of being strong.
spoon. Come here, you
Uh,
big baby.
I like
Graham
being a
Dixon.
big
Wow,
spoon
Trey's
too.
13. Yes, he is 13. I haven't seen him since he was 9 to 10. Yeah, it's been a while. Royal, she's gonna get called. She's gonna call it Starbucks next. Wow. Graham Dixon. That's on me though. That's cool, homie. I mean, we all grown. It was all life. We got shit to do. All right. So as far
That's
as quality time, next
Starbucks.
question. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I was just laughing at the Starbucks comment. Go ahead.
You made the comment.
No, I didn't.
You liking your own statuses.
Producer.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'm sorry. Habducer is posing as me. That's why.
Oh.
Am I slow with the
Oh.
Starbucks? Was I slow? What's the Starbucks comment? Nobody?
Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Flags.
Don't
You're
worry
talking
about
about
it.
the
Wow,
flags. It's
take me
okay.
out.
It's okay.
Anyway, Chuck said
Women.
red flag is her trying to get you to touch her inappropriately on the couch while her daughter is half asleep on the floor in front of
What?
y'all.
Hey, bro, you be having the way. This is why y'all need to come in the aftercare
No. You
because
be
Chuck be
having the
having the
wildest
wildest
stuff happen,
stories.
bro.
Like, wait,
Yeah,
that's
but
that's
there,
a that's a
yeah, but
crimson
there are
flag. That's
people who are
maroon.
Oh my
like that. That is
god.
craziness to me.
There's
Like,
there's
that's
videos on
nasty.
Orange YouTube where there's a baby in the bed. Like, yo, how do you like? No,
On Orange
no,
First of
YouTube,
no.
all, what type of deep
Yes,
diving are you doing on Orange YouTube when you
you
see
don't
I ain't
gotta
babies
never
in
dive
the
seen
that
that.
bed?
deep. You ain't gotta
I
dive
never,
that deep.
Never
I
seen
ain't never
that.
You
seen
ain't
that
gotta
pop
dive
up.
that deep.
I've seen a lot of stepmama and step nasties, but I ain't
Yeah,
Yeah,
never
that's
seen
well,
no
nasty.
That shit.
Baby in the
No.
back while my bones backed out. Like I ain't never seen
No.
that. That
So
is
back to quality time. Sorry
Yeah.
I derailed us there. So one list we had, one audible question I believe we have on here was how much time with someone is too much? Me personally, and I'll go first this time. Is the moment I start to get hot, move. Like, don't sit up on
Start to
me.
get hot.
I'm a touchy feely guy. I have no problem with PDA. That's totally fine with me. But my legs falling asleep. I love you, but you got to move. Don't move to the next leg because I need circulation over there. Eventually, I got to walk. Woman, move. Sit in the chair that I provided for you. Don't be all up under my ass the whole time. So we have our cuddle moments. PDA, sure, but after a while, sit over there. You good? I can see you. You can see me. We good. What do you guys think about when is enough too much?
I will say this. I am, like I said, I'm a person that values my solitude. So, like we can sit and binge watch shows or whatever. We can do whatever together, but after a while, I'm gonna say, I mean, I can't even give you a time limit, honestly. But after a while, I'm going to get to the point where I'm like, okay, well, that's enough now. I'll see you later. And it's like I be feeling bad because it's like I don't want to feel like I'm kicking him out of my space or anything like that. But there comes a time where I'm like, okay, now I just need some me time. I just need to be alone. And like I said, I can't really put a number on it or anything like that. But when it's time for me to be like, okay, I need some me time, then that's when it's enough for me.
I don't know because I'm a homosexual. So I don't know when too much time is too much time because all the time is the greatest time for me.
You've never
Personally.
had a level 5 clinger? Like
I am level
Yeah,
five
man, give her
clinger.
a
oh
You
God,
bone.
that's
know,
why it's
that,
never
you
happened
Oh,
yet.
know,
Because if you one of those, oh,
yeah. I
I
don't
pray
even
for you,
say
sir.
level. I
I
don't
pray
even
for
want
you.
to say level five clinger. By any means, but I'll just say that I like being around people that I love being around. I'll say that. So like I said, I'm the type of person where I don't have to be all up on you on the couch. I don't have to be all up on you in the bed. I don't have to be none of that. Like me, you could literally be laying in bed on our phones, chilling. Like you all the way over there, I'm all the way over here, chilling. Um, I'll say maybe like there are some times that I do like to have my own space and I do like to have my own privacy, like in my home. So when I come home from work, I decompress in my car. Like I just sit in my car with just quiet. No
Mm.
music, no nothing. I just need like 10 to 20 minutes of just perfect solitude to myself. And my mother knows that. Like she'll be like, I'll come in the house, she's like, "Oh, took a little long today. You needed some time. You needed to yourself." So I think maybe that I might be a person of doing like maybe taking a drive here and there, whatever. But I'm not a person. I've just been I guess you could say I've just been raised to be in my own space. We'll congregate in the kitchen at some point, but everybody else is pretty much in their room the whole entire time. So I've been raised to
Yeah.
be by myself. So when I am with a person, I'm like, hey, like what's going on with you? I mean, I when I get to that point, I'm probably gonna say what's too much time, but I primarily like being around a person, even if I'm not on them. I just don't think there's anything as too much time, unless you're on their body like 24/7. There's a difference. If I'm upstairs and you're downstairs, cool. But if, like Trey said, my leg falls asleep, my arm falling asleep, my body is
yeah.
sweating, then yeah, it's a problem.
Read the comments, please.
Read the
Wait,
comments.
when the kids aren't mentioned until blah, blah, blah. Okay, wait. Chuck said my limit is if you start hurting my joints with your leg lock. I love me a little cuddle koala.
Cuddle koala. All right then.
Are you
Grandson,
putting
not
all these
that other end
hashtags
of the
in the
couch, not that other end of the couch ministry. Oh my gosh.
No, you forgot Jimmy.
Tamika
I'm
My
a
said
mind
when
Star
the
Wars
kid.
fan.
my mind immediately goes to Admiral Akbar. It's a trap.
It's a
Yeah.
trap.
It's a
You gotta
trap.
say it
It's a
the
trap.
I don't. That's why I wanted you to read it. That's why I kind of
It's
skipped
a
over
trap.
it. Like
Oh
I'm
Jesus.
not a blurred by any means. I dibble and dabble out of some of my stuff, but I watched Inuyasha. I watched some of Naruto. I couldn't get into it all the way. I did the One Punch Man. I do certain things, but I ain't
It's
too
okay.
deep.
We're
I
gonna
ain't too
bring
deep.
you to the dark side. We're gonna bring you over eventually. You'll be okay.
One of
I think my
us.
favorite one.
One
I think
of
my favorite one
us.
was Parasite that I watched. But other than that,
Parasite's
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, Parasite was pretty good. I'm just not a person to
You know
like
what? I haven't
sit
seen
and
that one.
watch. Parasite is really good. I just haven't been a person to like sit and watch. Like I have a TV, do not use it 95% of the time.
I
Like
have like
I
comfort
just can't.
animes. Me and
I'm on
my
my
me
iPad all the
and
time.
yeah, comfort animes all day.
Yeah. Well,
Focusing back on the topic at hand. Because
Turn
we
into
will
an
talk
episode of
anime all
Blurs and
night.
Whiskey.
Exactly. No, I got to work tomorrow. I can't even drink no more. I'm sorry, Miss Roy. Did you say when enough was too much?
I did.
Did you say
I
your part?
started
Okay.
it.
All right.
oh,
So,
I just a quick little
yeah, go
audible
ahead.
for you guys. Little question, just a little quick one. It's not coming up anytime soon, but Insecure. I know that we're all fans. We're all fans.
Yes. I'm so sad to see it go.
I think October 24th is the start of the last season, season 5. I am so freaking hurt. Do you guys think
Watch
that we
party?
should do a little watch party or maybe have
Watch
like a
party?
little recap when something happens? Like I think they usually do Tuesday or Thursday nights. I
I'm
can't.
down.
I don't know what kind. I don't know
I'm
what day
down.
October 24th is. I think it's Sunday. It's
It
Sunday
is
nights.
Sunday.
Oh no, it's Sunday nights. It's gonna be after our show, but we can talk about it like the week after or whatever.
Is it
But
after us? What time does it come on?
it comes on late.
They come on late. Yeah.
It comes on
I want
late.
to
Okay.
say like I
So,
want to
yeah.
say it comes on 10.
Like 10.
What?
Yeah, it
That
comes
means
on
we
at
can't
10.
do aftercare? Oh, man. What a shame there.
Oh, but we can have aftercare watch parties.
We can have aftercare watch
Thought it was
parties.
Watch
free.
parties.
I'm just joking. I enjoy aftercare.
Yeah, I think it does come on at 10 o'clock, so maybe we can do that. But I'm excited to see Insecure. I hope you guys are too. I can't wait. Fuck caramel crisscross applesauce and that baby. Okay.
Don't even get me
Who?
started.
Coachella, Corella, Kaduba, whoever
Whatever that girl name was, and
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
What Lawrence's baby dad, baby mama,
Baby
whoever
mama.
whoever that hoochie
Okay.
is.
Wow.
No.
Y'all got some real hate for fake characters. All right, cool. So,
Sir, don't even act like you don't be emotionally invested in characters.
I
Okay?
am-
Don't
I
even
am
do
team-
that.
I'm
I
a
am-
whole nerd.
No.
I'm just laughing at the fact that you guys is
I am
'cause-
Team Lisa. I want Lisa. I don't want Kachuta and Lawrence. I want Team Lisa.
Kachuta.
That's me.
Lisa or Issa?
Lisa.
Issa.
Lawrence and Issa. Lawrence and Issa. That's who I'm
Oh,
Lisa.
okay.
I said
That's
Team
what's
Lisa.
Lisa.
Lawrence
Okay,
and
I
Issa.
got it. The mashup. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Lost my place. When is personal space acquired? Required? You meant?
No, acquired. You got it right.
Okay.
When is
You ready
personal
to
space
take
You
it
just
from
acquired?
that one?
you literally just asked that. You literally just asked it.
Did I? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's basically like when is too much. When is
Too much time.
When
Too
is it
much
too much
time.
time?
So
Yeah.
you have it twice. Anyway,
Yeah.
living with someone versus living apart versus homosexual. Living with someone / living apart versus homosexual. So
we covered that, too.
I guess you wanted to talk about how quality time affects you in those different scenarios.
Yeah. I think there's 3 levels, as we all know. We start off as homosexuals, then we get to at some point in our adulthood,
I'm an adult.
or living into our own space, being in relations with people, and then we get into a part when we finally live with a person, right?
Mhm.
Or you're going from straight homosexual to living with a person. That's a whole jump, skip, and a hop that I don't think anybody should take. You definitely should live by yourself first, and then get with a person, just so you know how you acquire your own personal space, versus you just trying to blend your little cubicle you had in your home to now you got a whole apartment and you just gonna be wanting to throw stuff everywhere just to say like this is mine. So for me personally, like I said, I'm a homosexual. I'm in phase one of relations with people. So I think what we talked about again, like having your own quality time to yourself is literally you just being at home and also reaching out, FaceTime, hanging out, meetups, wherever you can, popping in the parking lot, whatever, hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. And then of course having your own space. What is that like, having your own space, being able to have somebody come in and or remove them from your said space, because you both can be in your own houses, apartments, condos, whatever, but still be spending nights at each other's places. Like, how do you figure that out? When is the time to leave? Like, when is the time to leave? Not soon enough, right? I've been in uncomfortable situations where I'm just like, so should I go? Because this is their place. I'm not gonna overstay my welcome, but I also don't want to be like, okay, I'm gonna go,
Ooh.
and then but then there's my thing is like, okay, I'm gonna go. Why are you leaving? I just
I've had that too.
I don't
Yeah.
you sometimes people have read measures on themselves. Like me, I can read when it's getting a little. It's time to go. It's time to break apart. So then when I feel it, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna give it a little 5 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna see what they're saying. Nothing's happening. Okay, well,
Trey,
let me
Trey
head
Parker's
home.
triggered.
Like, let me head home real quick. Like, but go ahead, Trey. Go ahead. What you got to say about the living with a person or living
Okay.
by yourself with person,
If
whatever.
I'm living by myself and I've welcomed you into my personal space, I've
Mm-hmm.
welcomed you into my domicile, and you talking about you ready to leave, just talking about that what you explained just now. You
Mm-hmm.
talking about I'm ready to go. I need to. Don't feel like I'm forcing you out. This is why communication is so fucking important.
Yeah.
And it's it's
Yeah.
it's it's triggering for me because it's like I've had women in my past who are like, well, I'm just gonna leave. I don't feel like, and like, did I tell you? I don't want to be in your personal space. I welcomed you into it. I
It's
want you
not
here for
But
a
that.
see,
It's
reason.
just you
it's
don't want
not
to
that.
overstay your
You
welcome. That's
don't
the
want
But
to
that's the
overstay your
thing. But that's
welcome.
the
that's
thing. I've always
anything.
hold up. I've always been preaching, quote unquote, communication. And the first thing I tell somebody in a relationship is don't assume shit. Talk to me.
But
Tell me
also
what you think
questioning is
is. Hold up.
annoying too.
Tell me what you think is going on, and I will reveal to you what my thoughts are, how I'm
And you
truly
Hmm.
know what?
feeling.
It's so funny that you say that though, Trey, because Hubduser actually sent me a TikTok to where a woman was saying how women sometimes miscommunicate because we lead into things with assumptions. And sometimes that's true. Like we'll come off the bat and be like, okay, I feel like I'm smothering him. So I assume that it's time for me to go home. You know what
Bring
I'm saying?
your
I'm
ass here.
thinking I'm thinking that I'm, in his personal space too much. So I'm going to go ahead and roll out, because I feel
I'm,
like I've
I'm
been here
quick.
for a long time.
I am quick to tell somebody
No, it's
you are
not that.
smothering me.
I think it's just the mere fact that I don't want to hear that. That's the point.
Right.
But
I
at the
don't
same,
want to
hold up,
hear
wait,
that
wait.
I am. Wait, I let you talk.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
I don't want someone to tell me that I'm smothering them. I don't want someone to get to the point where they do that. So
Yeah, so
I
where you
don't want to
going after
hear
this?
that. Like I would rather it be on my own terms that maybe I've gotten tired of being there or maybe I feel like I've overstayed my welcome. Not because you're making me feel unwelcome. It's just a mere fact of like, I understand personal space too. And sometimes,
Hmm.
and even I can still go home and I can still call you. I can still FaceTime you. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that I don't want to be with you. But maybe tonight's the night. Maybe you can sleep by yourself. Maybe I can sleep by myself. It doesn't mean that I don't want to be there. But I also don't want to hear the and I also don't want the awkward silence. Yes, we can preach communication, but communication is also physical communication, and you can read a body. So that's all I'm
This
saying.
is true. So
Okay.
if you feel like if you're giving me signals that you no longer want me in your space or like you have that kind of not necessarily standoffish, but it's just like you are like pointedly doing your own thing to the point where it's like there's no type of communication, there's no comfortability with us being in the same space together or anything like that. That's when it's just like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and head out because I don't
Hmm.
feel like the vibe is wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not
Hmm.
feeling the we can just hang with each other type of vibe. I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling the okay, it's time for me to go home. That's what I'm feeling.
Exactly.
Ready? You ready? You ready? If the mother,
Sure.
okay. Hmm.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Bring it down now. All
If the
right.
individual that you're dealing with is not capable of communicating you his feelings, he's the wrong individual to be dealing with. That's one. Number two, if we didn't tell you that, we didn't intend that. Yes, there are body languages that can be read. Yes, people can give off that, but that means he's not doing what? He's not fucking communicating. Point blank and simple. Men, you need to speak up. If you don't like it, you need to say it. You don't need to say it with your fucking body. We're adults. Use your voices. Use the booming baritone that you used to get her fucking number in the first place. Be personally accountable. Secondly, women, stop trying to read every goddamn thing. Sometimes I'm just gonna sit on the fucking couch and I'm gonna pick up my favorite comic. That was funny. That's not this bitch needs to leave. That's damn, this comic book was actually funny.
Okay.
So guess
But that's
what?
a different
We're
vibe.
gonna
That's
That's a
that's not
different
no,
that's
vibe.
not what we're
fuck the
That's a
talking
vibe
different
about.
shit.
vibe.
Fuck the vibe shit. Communicate, people. Use your words. Put an end to this whole I don't understand you bullshit. Talk to each other.
But
Use
then
your words.
you
You're
have those
grown people.
videos that come up that we have seen on how many times or the countless things where it's just like, so do you want me to come over? I mean, if you want to, but would you like me to? And
I will admit,
how many videos have we seen come up,
Oh my
populated,
lord.
animated like that? And the men are like, oh my gosh, chick, just come over, and all the women are
But then we like,
just
all
ask me
just
over.
ask
Like,
me to,
you know, that's
so hold up,
the
ladies.
difference
that's my
between that is
trigger.
just
I'm
like,
triggered
I
now.
can be like, can I come over? But I don't also want to feel like you finally got some space to yourself today, and now and you don't want to make me feel bad by saying no, but you
God
also
damn it, we
don't
just
want me
want
to
to
come
know that you
over.
want us
We just want
around.
to,
That's it.
yeah,
Just
just
tell
And
us
make me
that
that's
you
feel
want us
totally,
good.
around.
ladies, that is totally acceptable. You're absolutely right with that statement. However, if he can't communicate, it's time to fucking separate. He needs to be able to say, yes, I want to see you. Yes, I want you to come by. Yes, I want to spend time with you. Yes, I missed you. You can't be too proud to say these things to your woman or the potential woman in your life. Period. Communication is key. That's what this show is built on. That's what everything, that's my next relationship is going to be built on. Bitch, if you can't talk to me, you're not her.
Whoa.
Point like a simple. I'm just being blunt. I'm not calling anybody that. I'm just being blunt. So point blank and simple, be ready to talk. Dear hashtag dear, put that hashtag up. Hashtag dear future wife.
Dear
Be ready
future
to
wife.
communicate. It's just that simple. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mince words with you. There's no vibes. No, we're human. We operate on a higher level of intelligence. Let's act like it. We're not kids. We're not in high school. Most of us here are in our 30s. There's no time for that. I don't have time for that. So I'm going to tell you when I don't want you there. I'm not going to tell you by, I'm not going to do that. It's going to say, babe, I really need to get some sleep. Or, babe, I really need to get off this phone call so I can go to sleep. Or, I'm really focused on this work that I'm doing for this show. Or, whatever. Those are just my personal examples. But like I said at the beginning of this point, if he can't communicate, he ain't it, sis. He ain't it. He ain't done growing. He ain't matured to the level he can talk to you one on one as a human being. He's still looking at you like just a hole that he uses. He needs to look at you like somebody I can communicate with on a deeper level. And I'm not talking about spiritually. I'm not talking about anything like that. But like a human being. Hey, this is how I'm feeling. Period. Take it or leave it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the show. We
And
have to
on that
wrap things
note,
up here. Yes, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Kinkazoid. Ladies, if you will, tell our audience where they can find you.
sure thing. So you can find me as Royal Rain on Twitter, TikTok, and IG. It's ROY4L R4YNE. You should have it down by now. I'm just saying.
And you can follow me at Candy Chase Sweet on Instagram. And you can follow me on TikTok if you like. They're finally let me have followers again. So CHAYESINC.
All right, and of course, it's your boy Trey Proper. Trey Proper everywhere. Sometimes it's underscore, sometimes it's not. But you look for this mug, you gonna find me. But yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. We got aftercare. See us there. See us in the Discord. We'll have a quick conversation with you guys, one-on-one time with us. Please join in. And yeah,
And somebody's
stay
dropping a link
kinky.
in the comments,
It's
right?
I
Yeah,
think it's in there.
I
Yeah.
was messing up. I was messing up. Yeah, so I'm doing it now.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Bye.
Trigger me at the end of the show.